Hey, this is Miss J.J. Diamond, Jacqueline Richardson, Jackie, Dejah. They don't want me to publicize Dejah, even though it's all the same person. So we have to let Dejah go. I just wanted to let Toronto, Canada, Buffalo, Charlotte know this. Being that these are the places that I was known as Dejah the most. I feel sad, for those that invested in Dejah. There's a website out there that was purchased under Dejah. And it was purchased and it gained a lot of wealth. However, it wasn't used. They was waiting for me to present Dejah. So for that person that did buy it, I'm very sorry that you can't make money off of Dejah. They're not going to allow y'all to. And I just don't know what to say. I was given that name by a Sony A&R back in 1997. His name was Sean. He used to work for Sony. And they were trying to get me to record because they knew I was a rapper. And I had refused to and went on back to Buffalo, New York. And the name just stuck because when we got to Buffalo, New York, that's when his brother introduced me to the people when we introduced ourselves, and and he introduced me as Dejah. So that was my name from that Sony A&R. I never went anywhere with Sony because I just left the entertainment industry alone. I had got pregnant and things just wasn't going right in my life at the time, so I kept it moving and did what I had to do for me and my family in Buffalo, New York. So that's the story behind Dejah. But it is what it is, people. I can't make them present Dejah. I can't, I just can't. Most of my music that's out right now is under Miss J.J. Diamond. And that's who people know me as in the music industry today, in the new millennium. Back in the day, it was Dejah. Before Dejah, it was Mama Brandy. When I used to touch down in Harlem as a rapper, and in the Bronx, it was Mama Brandy. When I did shows, it was Mama Brandy. So with that being said, in this industry, you may go through names, you may have to change your name, especially when you're trying to get with big companies. And this is just what it is. When the A&R approached me, and they said, this is what we want your name to be, I accepted it. I didn't sign any paperwork, so it wasn't written in stone. It's just that I was always introduced by, with people under that name, so I stuck with that name. This has to go, a lot of people out here in Charlotte, they call me Dejah. A lot of people from Buffalo, because that's what they knew me as. But I'm not saying that they can't continue to call me Dejah. They can still call me Dejah. It's just that we won't be using that name in the industry. So I was Dejah for 20-something years to them. So I'm not going to stop them from calling me Dejah. It's just that it won't be used in the music industry. People give you names every day, and it's nothing we can do about it, I had made a statement on the the podcast a couple of days ago because, I got one person, they call me baby girl, and I'm just as old as they are. But, to them, I look like a baby girl. So, we accept these names. But the name Dejah was given to me because they was preparing me for a deal with Sony. Okay, so that's why I was given the name Dejah, if y'all want to know the facts, and that's the thing. They're portraying Dejah to be so many things. It's unreal, it's just unreal, some of the things that I hear about Dejah, and they don't even have the facts correct. And I think that's one of the reasons why they want to let that name go, because people are taking it out of whack. They're taking my lifestyle out of whack. They're not being told the truth about who Dejah was. Dejah was an entertainer. Dejah danced every day. Every day, wherever she went, that's what she did. She danced. She did hair. She even sold some pharmaceuticals, to make ends meet with the kids, in the community, because I always put money back into the community. However, that's what Dejah did. Dejah brought the communities together. Dejah wasn't out there wilding. Dejah was loved by many. When I was in Buffalo, New York, Dejah didn't even really have fights like that. My fights was other people's fights. So they made this bad perception of who Dejah was. And it's not fair to me. However, this is just business. It was 20 years ago. What can I do about 20 years ago? Things change, and I changed for the better. And the people that was in my life that did call me Dejah helped me change for the better, because I wasn't a bad person. I just had a big family, a big entourage, and they protected me and they loved me and I loved them and I took care of them. I did all I could to make sure that they lived a productive life, any means necessary, but, I had no other choice but to make money, because when you're taking care of kids off the streets that need, a stable living, you have no other choice but to make money to take care of them, and I know a lot of people in Buffalo, New York that was struggling, and I helped a lot of families there, so that's, where my fame came from, me being that go-to, to help those that was in need and to give love when needed, my house was the if you hungry, come eat, every Sunday I would cook a very, very big meal for all the family, of all of the people that didn't have Sunday meals, you know what I mean? They might have been putting scraps together, and I would go out every Sunday and buy lots of food and cook it up for, those that didn't have a Sunday meal, because I was brought up with always having a Sunday meal, a good, healthy Sunday meal, healthy and hearty, so, I put these things into the community, people, this is what they know me for, it's not that they know me for being this crazy person or killer or whore, because I was none of the above, but this is what they're trying to portray it to be, and it's getting real ugly. It's getting real ugly, and people don't like it. They don't like it because that's not who Dejah was. Dejah was about her money the same way I am today. The only difference is I didn't work, other than I did all my business. Everything was business. I had a cleaning service. I did hair. I cooked. Whatever it took to make sure that these kids in the community was good. Every Saturday I gave them parties, so they wouldn't be roaming the streets. These are the things that Dejah did. Pretty much that was my life, until I became a school bus driver, but it didn't change who Dejah was, yeah, I brought out the city, for the community center. They put me on the news. They gave me the love that I deserved. But for people to exploit and lie about the things that Dejah was about, it's just, it's crazy, and they destroyed who Dejah should have been. And it's sad, but it is what it is, at this point. People don't realize, they think they're trying to help you, and in actuality, they're hurting you, because they don't even know the facts. And the way you find out the facts is you come to the source, and the source will tell you the facts. You just can't listen to the streets, and that's what people fail to realize. They listen to the streets and then get the wrong information instead of coming to the source. You know what I mean? If you come to the source, you'll find out the facts. Like I said, y'all, it is what it is. My fan base is going to still stay the same, and continue to grow every single day because I'm still the same person. The person doesn't change. If they change my name today, if I decided to get signed by a company and they say, well, we don't want your name to be Miss JJ Diamond, you know what I'm saying? If I decide to say okay and I'll change it, quiet as kept, I'm not going to change it because I have a brand that's getting to be dropped next year, so I'm definitely not going to change it unless that brand is bought out. If the brand is bought out, then that's something different. But if someone signed me and said, hey, we want you to change your name, we want your name to be this is what I got to do if I want that paper. You know what I mean? And they want to present me as someone else. You know what I mean? It's sad this is how the music industry is. It's sad that you can build a whole fan base based on an entertainment name, and people will just love that entertainment name and not know who's really behind that name. They don't care about your personality or who you really are. All they care about is you have a talent, and we know we can make money off of you. So with that being said, it's nothing I can do, but, I just disappeared. I was like, y'all not getting money off of me. I'm going to keep it moving because y'all may see the talent in me. Y'all know I've been out here doing shows and getting this talent thing together. And y'all want to pull me in, to try to get me to do what they wanted me to do so they could present, a package to Sony. And I get it. I get how it works. You understand what I'm saying? But with the same token, they didn't realize that I had a life on the other side of that, and was that really what I wanted at that time? You know what I mean? An A&R job is to go out and find talent, and push that talent. And like I said, I get it. You know what I mean? He was just trying to get him a big deal because he already knew that I was very known all over the 5 boroughs, and then went to Buffalo and it just picked up, even more. So, with that being said, I respect his hustle. And his name wasn't Sean, that was his brother. I'm sorry. His brother was the one that was working for Sony. I'm trying to remember their last name. But anyway, this is how it went. And like I said, there's nothing I can do about it now. I have to keep on pushing as Miss JJ Diamond. And I like Miss JJ Diamond because I'm older now, and I feel like I'm a diamond, and I tell people all the time I'm a diamond from the rough because I came from the South Bronx, and it's rough in the South Bronx. People don't know what we had to deal with on an everyday basis. Even though I lived in a home, I was surrounded around the South Bronx, the burnt down buildings, the best thing that was in the in the South Bronx was the projects, okay? And some excuse me, y'all, my allergies are bothering me. I'm sitting outside, and I got to take some allergy pills. But the best thing that was in the South Bronx was the projects, The tenement buildings was like a piece of nothing, and the people that had their own homes. So those was the people that was uplifting the Bronx. However, we still lived around a bunch of chaos and nonsense. You know what I mean? And this is how I grew up. And I was able to get myself up out of that and move on with my life. I miss it. I would never forget home. Y'all hear it every day. I see it every day on Facebook and Instagram, because I'm still in contact with some of my people from home, and half of them don't even live over there anymore. But with that being said, a lot of them didn't know where the Dejah name came from, and that's why I presented it in where I come from. Hate it or love it, where I come from, to let people know I was Dejah in the music industry. And this is how it follows. It was Mama Brandy, Dejah, and now Miss JJ Diamond. Miss JJ Diamond, well, I guess 50 thought, that being that Dejah was well known in Buffalo, when he presented me back to the industry, he thought he would use Dejah because Dejah was very, very hot in Buffalo. And I mean very, very hot. The whole city knew Dejah. Everybody, there was nowhere I couldn't go. I was like a celebrity, and it was because of the things that I did with the kids. It had nothing to do with, being on a stage, rocking out with a mic. It was because I put work in. So people, they knew who I was. They respected me. I didn't want for nothing. Anything that I needed, they made sure I got it. So I didn't have to do crime, to go to jail, and stuff like that. They made sure that because I took care of the communities. No matter what community I touched base in, I was going to help the community. And this is who I am, and this is why I tell people I've been doing this nonprofit thing for 30 years. It's just that in Buffalo, I wasn't legal doing it. Now I'm legal doing it. That's the difference. They showed me how to do it, how to legalize myself, taking care of these communities and helping these communities, helping these kids, grow every day. And I'm proud of all of y'all, especially the ones from Buffalo. I'm proud of all of y'all for making it, because y'all are doing very well, and that was my goal. I knew I wasn't going to get everybody to be successful, but if you have a roof over your head and you're able to take care of your family, you got a job, you're doing good enough for me. If you're not on drugs, out there messed up, in jail, or dead, I'm thankful. That means I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I just say to myself that in the midst of all of that, me helping all the other kids, I wound up losing my child, and it hurts me to my heart. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they want Dejah to be null and void, because the time that I should have been spending with my daughter, I was spending with a whole bunch of other children. You know what I mean? And these children are successful, and mine is not at this point. You know what I mean? And people are still jealous of that fact. You know what I mean? And it's sad, because I put time and effort into y'all children to help y'all kids be successful for y'all long term. And then now I'm suffering, and I feel like too, sometimes maybe that's my karma. Putting so much out into the communities to where it backlashed on my kids and my family, instead of backlashing in a good way, it backlashed in a bad way. But I'm thankful God has spared my son. My son is doing very well, and I'm thankful for that. But I can't blame what I did in the communities on, for other people, on what my child went through. She had her own issues that she was going through before we even came to Buffalo, New York. So, I really don't know, what to say about that. I'm a stick by it no matter what, 100%, but the fact still remains is Deja is no more, okay, when it comes to the music industry. So y'all have to deal with that. And like I said, I'm going to continue to allow people to call me Deja because that's what they know me by, So, but I'm going to end this podcast because they'll put the music on. I can't really hear. So, I just got to, just deal with everything that's coming at me at this point if I'm going to stay in the entertainment business. So, with that being said, I love you all. I thank y'all all for supporting me. Y'all keep supporting me. Y'all doing well. It could be better, especially here in America. I should be making more money here in America. However, it'll come, and if it don't come, oh well. I still got plans for what I'm doing. So, with that being said, like I said again, I love you all, and I thank y'all so much for supporting me. And keep supporting me. Continue to support and share the podcast. I just see the numbers going up again. So I thank y'all for that. I'm just sad, y'all. Because a lot of y'all depended more on Deja than y'all did Jacqueline. So it is what it is. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow morning. Love you all.